In Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earned for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out bright future we can't vanish. It's 325 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions, fan cams, bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm sure every Palace fan is doing well, and I will not be surprised if we see fans from other clubs pop into this chat today. This is the Spurs match reaction, a 3-1 win, and I put in the description dominant because I felt that's my personal opinion. Yeah, look, I'm just happy we got through this, Chairman. And your lucky hat, how's it going?
Yeah, good. And hat's 3 for 3, so I can't complain. No, I went yesterday. I thought it was a very professional, especially overall professional performance. But we'll discuss it more later. I'll just tell you one quick story. Actually, coming home on the train back to East Croydon last night, and I was sitting there, and a guy came up to me. He said, "I'm a West Ham fan." I said, "Oh yeah." He went, "I just want to thank you so much." He said, "Thank you for getting the result yesterday."
Honestly, and we'll discuss that actually. Tim, how's it going?
It's good, man. I really enjoyed that. I in particular enjoyed the vlog and just the vibes from the vlog. My favorite might have been at the very end. I mean, the songs are always great, but I hadn't heard this one before. Is on the way out. It was "Say hi to Millwall." Say hi to Millwall.
Oh yeah.
That was just, I mean, I'm not necessarily rooting for Spurs to go down, but I just thought that was funny.
There was a couple of new charts yesterday. We're having a party, we're having a ball. Brighton and Mill have won, well, not an awful lot.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. And I mean, these
are if you're going down.
Let me take it out. I don't want to overdo it.
I mean, it was really, but it was really fun. I mean, I needed that. It was, I was listening to it. The club posted the full match. So I've been able to watch that, and there's some really good positives you can take out of that. I know the second half was less great, but really big 3 points, and I think it just changes the dynamic.
100%. Just want to say big up to the dog. It says an incredible win. I love Gasund Sarr. Having an attack I believe in makes me so confident. So happy JD is developing. Let's keep pushing. Big up, Pat. I see you there. I just can't put up what you've typed. Big up there, Fez. And Westeros supported us that match. I think Forrest did as well. Like Wolfie messaged me as soon as full time hit and said, "Wow, I love you." Big up Millsy. So Gesson's been good so far for us. No, he's been so good for us, sorry. He's the mold of a proper Palace player. We're going to discuss Gesson. We're also going to discuss JD Camvo and Chaddy Riyad.
Yeah.
As well as Adam Water, because I thought Adam Water was really good. Big up Davo. Def is also saying here, first half was solid, second half needed to show a bit more. That we can beat low blocks in Europe. Mills is saying, got a feeling in my. I generally think this is their year, and I think they're coming up. And if they come up and West Ham stay up, the police presence in London next season is going to be mental. Millwall, West Ham, Palace, Chelsea, Leeds.
Yeah,
it's going to be carnage. Big up Evan. Water Coronel. Oh, I think it's a new name for you. Sars surrenders and the love child of Hasbula and Mr. Eggman from Sonic. Perhaps getting a bit more creative with them. It says we sang say hello to Mill at Wolves also. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay, got it.
Big Up Darren says, great result at Spurs, 38 points. We should be safe now, 100% focused on Conference League. I want to say one more win. Get over the 40 points.
We'll get that. We'll get a couple of draws or win it for the end of the season.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 1 win or 2 draws. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get over the 40 mark. But I love what Glasman said at the end. He said, we had 53 points last season. We want to beat that.
Yeah. And you know what? 6 wins, we'll do it. 5 wins and a draw, we'll do it.
Yeah.
You got 9 games left.
Or look at another way, 3 points and 9th, which is 1 place short of European football for next year. That's how tight it is.
Yeah, we're 5 points off 8.
Yeah, that's that because our coefficient points are so good this year. It will definitely go to 8th place.
Yeah. Beautiful to achieve the opposite of the Everton game 4 years ago. Absolutely. We got Winter. He says, Water's reaction when the second goal goes in.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Very good. Yeah.
About his club. Nice to see Uche and then the celebration at the end. Vibes are back. Yeah, I think with Wharton, he's been very self-critical of his performances. And, like, his forward passes were just it yesterday. They were just so good. Who do we put as right back as Munoz now injured? Well, he's got a week. So let's see how that goes, first and foremost.
Marty's played this morning.
Yeah, he did. He did. And I thought Clyde did well when he came on, to be honest.
I've got to say, while we're on this point, I didn't, obviously, staying away and you couldn't really see it. I recorded the game and I watched it on telly this afternoon. Not all of it, but just bits of it. That was a shocking challenge by the absolutely shocking
Sousa.
challenge.
100%. Yeah, and he didn't get booked on that.
No, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Nothing. So, obviously, before kickoff, our chairman sees that. I've already messaged the group. I'm just like, I'm nervous. 30 minutes before kickoff, like, I actually have a stomachache. Like, I was a bag of nerves because, number one, they haven't won a game at home this year. And number two, we're Palace. We tend to like gifting goal. And we actually did have a gift because Solanke's not scored a goal against us until yesterday. But my goodness me, even the first 15 minutes before obviously Munoz came off and the disallowed goal, we were absolutely dominant. I believe it had it out as 85% possession. You know. Chairman, obviously, what did you make of like the opening stages? Chairman.
Oh, sorry if I said Tim. Well, for your first point, obviously you saw the vlog and in the pub beforehand. We weren't that confident. I mean, I've been to the new Tottenham ground maybe 8-10 times now. Apart from last year, I've only ever seen 1 goal with no points. So I'm never confident. And when we were discussing it in the pub before we went down there, none of us were confident of. I thought at the time we'd get a draw, but honestly, we played so well. Apart from probably the 5 minutes after the ridiculously disallowed goal by VAR was chalked off. I thought we looked a bit ropey for 5 minutes, but when he's got to get a smaller nose, get a job or something, isn't it? But I thought for that first 20 minutes, especially, I've never seen this as crisp moving the ball around. We were absolutely dominant, and they just didn't know what was going on. I felt sorry for Henderson because he was probably getting cold. He didn't even touch the ball, did he? That first 20 minutes, he thought, what's going on here?
No, absolutely. And within that those attacking phases, Tim, I want to talk about Evan Gasson because we obviously know now, based on reports, that he just needs 5 more goal contributions. I was kind of willing us to be pushing on in the second half. I was like, come on, go give Evan.
Get another one. Yeah.
What did you make of his performance? Because I just saw him pop up on the right-hand side, even though he was playing left-sided. You know, he was finding little pockets. You know, like I think it was just brilliant, especially in that first half.
He is a progressive player, and I think it is. He has. Is it for? No, it's not for the penalty. It's for. It's the build up to the third goal. I think is he gets the pass in that gets to Wart. No, that's JD. I'm sorry, but there is. Let me just focus on the one that is. It's the disallowed goal. he gets into a wide area and he delivers a hell of a ball to Sarr to get in, and it's a bit of a fortunate bounce. It ends up being offside, but he was a threat everywhere. He was a threat absolutely everywhere. He was constantly looking forward. I loved the way he pinches the ball for the Strand Larson goal. He was just everywhere, Rich. I think that he is very progressive, always wanting to move, always wanting to run into space. This is not meant as a slight at Pino, but it is, our comments collectively on Pino when he came in, we were like, okay, it's not coming off yet, but man, does a kid get into areas and he runs. And Gasson is getting into areas, he's runs, and he's physical, and he's getting goal contributions. So I'm not trying to slight Pino there, but he's like doing the things. Like if Pino starts upping his game and adds the goal contributions, having those two, wow, that will make a difference.
I knew they would be here. I knew they were coming. We got Wolfie and the FFTV guys, all the Forest fans and stuff. You're welcome.
It's gonna be a fight now, isn't it?
It's gonna be a fight, you guys.
It's a knife fight. It's a knife fight at the bottom.
I just want us to get just one more win, like I said, or 2 draws, and we'll just sit back and watch this all unfold. Yeah. But big up to Wolfie and the FFTV guys for the raid, and big up to all the Forest fans that are here with us as well. He was brilliant, and that leads us obviously to that offside goal. What was it like being in the stadium, Chairman? How long was the wait? How long did it feel like? And then when you eventually saw the actual image, what was your thoughts?
To be brutally honest with you, when you put the ball through to Sarr, we all looked at each other, and I looked at Jordan. I said, "He's miles off," and he's miles offside. Of course, he went and put it in with a deflection, and then of course, I think the VAR went off for about 2 or 3 minutes. We're thinking, well, maybe it's closer than we think it is, because at the time, in real life, he looked miles offside. So no one really celebrated at the time because it looked so far offside. But then obviously it went on, and then of course when he put his hand up after, it must have been 2.5, 3 minutes, and he gave it offside, and everyone went, "Yeah, okay, fair enough." And then they put it on the screen, and we looked at it and went, "Well, that can't be right, surely," And of course they had his face highlighted to show that it was his face that was offside, and in front of the ball. We're looking at each other. Well, that's just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it?
It's 100%.
But yeah, it was a really strange atmosphere because at the time he looked miles offside, and no one. Oh, when he put the ball in there, no one really celebrated hard because he just thought, well, this is going to get ruled out. But then when he saw it on the screen, you're thinking, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Even with saying that, obviously they're saying that the nose was offside. He was behind the ball, surely.
It looked like it when he put the first picture. And when you see it on the telly, when I've seen it on the replay, it looked like he was behind the ball. Only just because of the cut of the grass. You can look at the cut of the grass, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it wasn't. I mean, be fair though, when he scored like the penalty and obviously the other 2 goals, then it was mass celebrations. But it wasn't a great celebration because he just looked miles offside.
He wasn't sure himself. No.
You could tell. When a player scores and he thinks he's offside, he doesn't really run off to the corner flag and does what he does. They sort of the first thing they do is look over to the linesman to see if he's got his flag up. So they're unsure themselves, and that's how it looked to us as well. So to be fair,
absolutely. We'll move on quickly because I know Tim, you've only got a couple more minutes. JD Canvo.
What a performance.
I mean, he's really coming of age at the moment. Now, granted, there's still defensive lapses. Because even when you look at the goals Spurs scored, and I'm not saying that it was his fault initially, because I thought it was poor from Wharton and Chris Richards, and I'll explain why regarding Richards. But then Solanke just moves away from him and then moves it back in again, and Canvo has no idea where he is. But outside of that, his progressive passing, that pass to Wharton for Sarr's second goal, we cannot understate how good a pass that is.
That
But
was a
his
great
passing
pass. Yep.
all round and game was brilliant. What did you make of it?
I loved it. I really like JD Canvo. I think so. Let's talk some defensive football for a minute. What was great to watch is a more connected back line. And what I saw, there's two things I saw which I really, really liked. Looking forward, and I think you already mentioned this, JD looking to make his passes forward, but also attacking along the back line. I love when the center backs get comfortable, and the center backs, you could tell that the center backs are starting to get comfortable because they're doing it now. Riyad did it a few times where remember, on the Glasner system is on the back three, the central center back is.
Sorry to interrupt you, Tim.
I just seen that as well, actually.
Basically, Mr. Punk, welcome. We're Eagle Eye Football. We are a Crystal Palace fan channel. Now, what's happened is you were definitely watching FFTV. That hasn't changed. But there is a function called redirect, which basically means that Wolfie can send his audience to any channel that's live. So that's basically what it is. So now you're with us, and I know a lot of you are happy that just join us and bask in the fact that we battered Spurs and you benefited from it.
That's very funny. That's
so
very
welcome, Mr. Punk.
That's funny. But what in the Glasner system, what's so great about the way we set up defensively is we attack defensively when we're at our best, and we attack in the channels with the two wide center backs. So you have the central center back, which is always responsible for the center forward, and is always plays the last man. That's the most important player in the back three. But the other two have license to attack into the midfield and also attack in the channel when the ball comes into the channel. And we're seeing that a lot, and I like that the two younger center backs are getting comfortable moving up, attacking the ball, attacking the attacker coming into the area. And I thought Canvo and Riyad did that pretty well, to be honest. And that, I think that's going to be increasingly important, because let's say Munoz is out and he could be out for a couple of weeks. Maybe he comes back quickly. I don't know. I hope he comes back quickly. But that system is going to be very important, where we provide some amount of, cover's the wrong word, but you want that back line providing as much aggression as possible, because you want your wingbacks to be pushed up. So you would like your wingbacks to be moving as high as you can, and you could feel confident that you're not going to get played behind. So anyway, I really thought Canvo was terrific. I thought both of them were good. Very positive signs. There's a bit more synchronicity in that back three, and that can only be good. The more we get that, the better off we're going to be, because one of our biggest problems January and February is we were leaking goals. And if we can stem that tide, I think we'll be all right.
Absolutely. And on that note, his centre back partner. Actually, sorry, no, I did say I was going to mention the defensive error. So, obviously, it's from a thingy. What do you call it? He wanted. Adam Morton was going towards the ball, shielding the ball and stuff, and shielding Archie Gray. I think the mistake Chris Richards makes is he goes the wrong side.
Yeah. He leaves him turn down the line, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And it's right in front of us. That was
I think it threw Wharton. No, don't get me wrong. And Wharton's admitted to his mistake. He said, I was at fault. But if he had gone to the byline, all Archie Gray has to do then is turn and he has to pass it backwards.
That's right, yeah.
So that was the only mistake Chris made. He just tried to attack from the wrong side, basically, and whatnot. But Chaddy Riyad, chairman, he slowly gets him back to his what we've initially had seen of him.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's. I think you can see there's a player in there. I know he's bought as a Mark replacement, but he's never gonna tie Mark's shoes, is he really? But he's getting better with every game. But when you see players that are out for 2 years injured, it takes so long to get back into the swing of it. It's funny, really, because him and Campbell got sort of different attributes, isn't it? where he's good in the air and Cambo's good with his feet.
Yep.
He's not as quick as Cambo, but his positional sense is far better than Cambo, which he gets caught out quite a lot. Maybe he's ball watching or sleeping, I don't know. But the more Chaddy Riyad plays, I think the better he's going to get, and I think he's going to be like the safe option. And what I'm really glad about that he's keeping Chris Richards. I've got to give a shout out to Chris Richards. I thought generally when he played in the middle, I thought he was excellent. I've got to say, and I'm not saying he's not going to run out the ball and he's not going to spray it 60 yards. But what you want is someone who's going to win every header, clear his lines, and just drive the team forward. I thought he was fantastic actually. But Riyad is getting better with every game. I don't say he's there yet, but he's getting there. And I think maybe if he plays sort of half the rest of the season and then a full pre-season, so he's fully fit, then yeah. I mean, I know he's not going to be as good as Mark. I don't think anyone will be as good as Mark, but he's not going to be far behind. He could be as good as Max.
Yeah, I just want to add to the fact that we've now had 2 very crucial league games against Wolves and now Spurs without Maxence Lacroix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and we've got through both of them,
yeah.
which is that's massive. I think it's the confidence for both Riyad and Camvo is going to be sky high. You know, don't get me wrong, Max, we want you back. We want you back.
Mr. Max is a massive. Just one quick thing you said there, Rich. Actually, at the time we always about Jesus Christ. You know, we struggled to get past Wolves in the last minute.
Yep.
But since then, they beat Liverpool, drew with Arsenal, beat Aston Villa. So it looks like a really good result now, doesn't it?
It's a fantastic result.
Yeah.
I said that at the time because I think since 2026 they haven't lost many games.
No.
They've actually been pretty decent. And you know what? All right, this was obviously prior to West Ham winning, because I didn't think that West Ham would get another point. I said to my work colleagues, Wolves might pull this out of the bag, you know.
They won't.
Because they were just on this momentum swing, and it's just like they're just beating everyone who's in front of them. Villa and Liverpool back to back.
Yeah.
That's no mean feat.
I still think they're about 13 points adrift, are they? 14 points adrift.
I think they got up to 6. Yeah, didn't they get up to 16?
So 29 is out.
12, so 13 would make them safe.
So, and then obviously their Belgium is horrendous anyways. So there's 14 points. So 5 of their last 9 games, they've got to win just to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, just quickly, while I'm guessing you've got
to be fair, before West Ham had won. Oh yeah, it was 15. Yeah.
So just quickly, because I'm guessing we've got loads of Forest fans on, haven't we? I know Tim's here as well. So who do you think's going to go down there?
I think it's Spurs.
I think it's Spurs too, and I will tell you,
and it's not good.
No, and I will tell you why. I've seen this, and I know it's trite, and it's a little bit of just one of those like, it's just something we say, but I think it's absolutely true in football. You must be, if you're in this, you have to be up for the fight. You really have to be up for the fight, and they have no players that they don't know anything about what this is like. They have no players that have been through this. They don't know anything about it. Whereas Forest was great last year, but they've got players who know what this is like. I mean, I have confidence that Forest is up for the fight. I have a lot of confidence that West Ham is up for the fight. I have no confidence that Spurs are up for the fight. Doesn't mean automatically that they're going down, but I mean, in a knife fight, you can't be scared that you're in a knife fight and not know what to do. You just have to pull out your knife and start slashing.
I mean, I agree with you totally. West Ham got a great result away to Fulham, and I think they've got to fight. They're probably playing the best of the bottom 5.
Yeah,
I think Forest got a tremendous result at Man City. Who expected that? And I think they've got players like Morgan White. They've got that bit of quality that will get you out. And I agree with you, Tim. I look at Spurs. I go, where? Who's going to drag you forward? Who's going to get you out of trouble?
Right.
I mean,
like where is
you
the
know
fight?
what they need to do right now? They need to sack that manager. I don't think
massively.
Yeah. And they're not playing for him. Like what Van der Ven did to get sent off. Like I'm just thinking, are they not doing this on purpose?
I don't know. And that was shocking, by the way. Like I thought, I still feel the burn of injustice from we got done at Old Trafford but I didn't see any Spurs fans that were complaining about that. They all knew it. He was clearly the last man, and he's grabbing his arm and hauling him down as like, and Sarr is actually on the ball. He gets it off his knee as Van de Ven drags him down. Like, you couldn't be any more crystal clear. I don't know what he's doing.
No, absolutely. Tim, I know you got to shoot. So who's your man of the match?
I'm going to give it to Dino, and I have a question for you both. And the reason I'm giving it to Dino is not like he has a couple of big saves. He actually does have a big save in the second half. But I have a question about the vibes have returned. Instead of, because we don't have time, I'm not going to tee this up in the way I was going to tee it up. I think there's a lot of chatter about how the change in Glasner has brought the vibes back. I'm going to make the argument, and I would like to know if either of you disagree. I think Dino has been absolutely instrumental in bringing the vibes back. I think he's taken that armband, embraced it so fully that I believe that even though we're not seeing it because we're not privy to the dressing room, I think he has reset that dressing room and brought the team together in a way that has allowed us to kind of get to this point. Now, the manager settling down is a huge piece of this, but I have to consider my two player of the season candidates are Ty and Dino. I'm not sure that I fully understand just how vital Dean Henderson has been these last couple of months. What do you make of that?
What you didn't see, Tim, and you didn't show the telly either, when Larson scored the second goal, Henderson ran over and done the Mateta celebration, kicking the ball.
Did he? Did he?
Yeah,
could I love that guy anymore?
Exactly, yeah.
Well, you might love him hearing this before you go. He also went and started the Foyeri Pino chant at the end.
I did see that. They did put that on the YouTube channel. I saw that and I loved that too. And that's why I asked the question, Rich, because it'd be like, this guy has sort of taken just the culture of the club. He's kind of taken the vibes by the scruff of the neck and said, like, I'm not having this. Let's get everybody together. I underrated. And his performances have been good. I mean, his performances have been really good. But that extra level makes me wonder, like, he might be playing. I hate to say that only because I think Ty has been so instrumental this season, and he was good again. Should have got a goal. I mean, to be fair, it's an incredible play by Papa Matasar.
In the second half,
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible play that he clears it basically off Ty's foot. But if he doesn't, that is such a great cross from Sarr. That's going in the back of the net. Yeah. That is absolutely a goal. But yeah, I think Dino has been unreal. Absolutely unreal.
No, he has been.
Yeah,
we'll let you go so you don't miss your meeting.
Yeah, I got to go to this stupid meeting. I'd rather be here, but yeah, as always, up the Palace. Come on.
Cheers, Tim. Take care.
You too. Take it easy, guys.
So, Chairman.
Yep.
Ismail Assar. Do we put him in cult hero status already?
£12.5 million. That's all I'm going to say. Absolute bargain of the century, isn't it? Because he gets involved. I mean, you know, of all our attacking things that we do, he's involved in it, isn't he? I mean, I've got to say, he takes a great penalty, doesn't he? He's very calm. He does the old no-look penalty, doesn't he? But
it's mental. Like, how do you keep a nose not looking at the ball?
I have no idea. But no, he's great. I mean, he's got a bit of pace, and that, you know, pace frightens everybody, no matter how good a defender you are. And I thought Mickey van der Ven was quick, but Star still managed to get in front of him. But he's actually tremendous. I mean, he's got an eye for goal. He puts their defenders under a lot of pressure. And he's say $12.5 million. He's looking like an absolute steal, isn't he? And he gives you 10 goals a season comfortably now.
No, absolutely. I just wanted to speak about the quality of both JD Canvo and Adam Wharton's pass to build up for that third goal. Because the more and more I watch it, the more and more I think Oh my gosh, it's on such a sixpence because
Mm.
Polina is just that much away from it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as you said, the speed of it. And you know what? Pedro Porro, I saw his reaction. He screams at Vicario because
He thought he
really,
was going to come out. Yeah,
Vicario's got to be out there and get into it. But just the sheer quality. And it's good to see him get that groove back because I feel like he's lost it a bit this season.
Just confidence, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he played with confidence yesterday, Adam Morton, definitely. And he did a lot of great things. He does miss a few tackles, we know that, but that's being very critical.
He didn't get booked, did he?
No, he didn't have to make a change, isn't it? But yeah, I thought his all-round game was very controlled, and I thought, you can see why people are willing to spend 70, 80 million pounds on that performance yesterday. I know Tottenham were poor, and they helped that, but you still got to, I mean, the two goals, especially the third goal, that ball went probably over 3-4 Tottenham players, and it managed to fall into that little gap between Pedro Porro and Vicario, didn't it? And with obviously with Salah anticipating that, it managed to prod it in. But yeah, I thought his all-round game was really, really good yesterday. I thought it was excellent.
It was. Second half, and that's why I put that the poll in the chat. Was it comfortable? Was it complacency? Because we did just drop off.
Massively.
And at first, I was watching the game. I was like, "Sort it out, Palace." Because listen, Spurs had a few half chances.
Yeah, that's right.
But then I guess on the flip side, I'm thinking, don't get into any rash challenges. Don't pick up any more needless injuries. Don't overburn yourself. And to be fair to Glasner, he made subs at the right time.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I've got to be honest, I would say that, the subs were made. Did Brennan Johnson really affect the game? Not really. I thought Hughes was a good one.
Yeah, I don't blame any of the subs because we weren't good anyway.
No. It was and I just think, I think it was a mixture of everything, really. Tottenham were terrible. I thought we really looked like we'd finished it up to that point.
Yeah.
And they came out second half, and I think he made 2 saves with his legs and 1 with his hands, didn't he, Dino? And after that, I think we just kept him arms bay without really doing anything. Apart from that first 5-10 minutes of the second half, I thought we were very, very comfortable, very comfortable. But it was a massive. But it's always going to be a drop off, isn't it? When he plays so well. I mean, that last 10 minutes, we were cutting through him in the first half. We were cutting from like a knife through butter. But it's always going to be a little drop off at the end, and it was a bit, obviously, from the high levels we set in the first half. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, if we'd have kept that momentum up in the second half as well, then bloody hell, it could have been anything, couldn't it?
You could have. The final player I want to discuss is Jurgen Strand-Larsen.
I'm glad you said that, actually, because I think his hold-up play yesterday was absolutely brilliant. He caused chaos at the back. They didn't know how to handle him. He won most of his headers. He was strong on the floor. He held the ball up. I thought, and he took his goal very, very well. I thought just generally, his whole game was excellent, personally.
Yeah, and you just hear him speak afterwards as well. Like, he's so happy to be here. And I think most importantly, I think he's just happy to be playing football again. Because he had a difficult time with Wolves. Things weren't going for him. And that's what, 3 goals in 5?
And an assist as well, isn't it, I think?
An assist, yeah.
Yeah.
And now then we've got Gassond who's on 2 goals and assist, and Sarr who's flying. We've got a front 3 now that are contributing.
100%, yeah.
And all of them are contributing. It's great to see. I was thinking about this on the drive home, that we always seem to turn up from mid-Feb, March. I think we need to coin a phrase from that, like, what should we call it? The Palace period, or I don't know. It's just that period from mid-Feb to March to the end of the season. We always seem to be decent.
But on the flip side of that, every season, January and half of February, we look bloody terrible, don't we? And that's the problem. And then we really pick up and we fly on. But yeah, I mean, what did you think of Strand-Larsen's performance yesterday? You watched on telly, I take it.
Yeah, I watched on telly. Oh, God, I didn't come now, man. I just had so much work to do. I thought it was sensational. I thought it was really good. He has a real good connection with both Sarr and Gassond, actually. but particularly Saar. They just know where each other are. If Strelosson drops off, Saar knows he's going to run left behind. He could do things in like 1 touch and 2 touch if need be. I think it was brilliant. He runs the line really well, and he also gave the centre backs problems without having to give them problems. It's just his movement, caused all sorts of problems for them. And he's been good since he came in. Obviously, when you spend that money, a lot of people are like, "Oh, how much he's scoring? How much?" Now, but if you see what he does outside of that, we've bought a good striker. We really have.
Yeah, I think you get some players that when they go for like 50 million, it sort of weighs heavy on them, doesn't it? But it doesn't seem to weigh heavy on him. The interview gave afterwards and before, he feels like he's at home, he's settled in, he's enjoying his football. He's going to play better, isn't he? And I think Glasner supports him in that as well. And as I said, I think you hit a really good point there. His work off when he's not got the ball is terrific. He's not just standing there waiting for it. He's moving all the time. He's putting defenders out of the way, and and that helps Saar because he's putting defenders away from him, which gives him the space to run on. I thought it was a really excellent performance from him. Saar was my man in the match, but I thought he was my second. Yeah, it was excellent.
We got a Springtime Palace.
Yeah. Undoubtedly.
That could fit.
Not play the winter, do we? After Christmas, we're rubbish.
So it's all the Christmas period.
Exactly, yeah. We go down with the decorations, don't we?
Absolutely. And Cheesehead, I just seen your comment about Dino doing the Pinot track. We did mention it earlier. We thought it's a class act from him, to be fair.
Yeah.
Classic. Like, Dino loves the club.
You can tell, kind of, yeah.
And you can see everything's just taking shape because he came out and said, if you don't want to be here, go. Don't bring no bad vibes around us. And him just saying that, I think it's just lifted the mood for the whole place. Like, we've even got Glasner making jokes. Like, the Glasner before that was cussing.
But that's what you want from your skipper, isn't it? That's what you want from your captain. He's got to be I know he's not on the field, but he's got to be the leader, isn't he? In the dressing room, in the training, and things like that. And I think when he made that comment, I think he was aiming at one person, wasn't he? Who's off injured at the moment. But at the end of the day, the rest of them have stepped up, haven't they? And they showed it. I mean, after having a bit of a sticky spell of it, not winning in 9, I think we've won 3 on the trot now, isn't it? 4 in 5, something like that, isn't it? Couple
of clean sheets as well.
The only one we lost actually was Burnley when we were 2-0 up, which is it's crazy, isn't it?
Right, I'm going to put the final poll up. This will be interesting.
Sorry, Rich, what was the results of the other poll?
Oh, snap, sorry. I did not read that. So, was Palace good, Spurs bad, or both? Palace good got 42%. Spurs bad got 16%. Both got 42% as well.
Okay.
Scroll right up for the other one. Did completely forget about that one. Where is it? Oh, fantastic. I cannot find it. Oh, here it is. Unfortunately, in the second half, 64% said comfortable, 36% said complacent.
2/3, yeah.
Right, this one I'm intrigued about. The final one. If Glasner was to change his mind, would you want him to stay?
Wow. Well, you go first, then.
Jeez, it's a tough one because I've wanted him out since he came out. I've wanted him out, but I've seen the old side of him. Like, he's not been petulant about it recently. I've seen his old side, and it's kind of like it's just such a good feeling. And I'm not saying that another manager won't bring that, But imagine if we had that for 3-4 years. You know, I'm gonna say no. He's gonna go, but he's slowly changing my mind again.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I think there's some downers on this. I mean, supposing he signs a 3-year contract, you know, re-signs, and what's to say he doesn't do this in 18 months' time if we're not backing and things like that. But when he's happy and the team's happy, we are a formidable team. There's no two ways about it. I mean, we have got probably, we might be sitting 13th, but we've got a top 5 manager, haven't we?
Yeah.
And, you know, with the coach, the team is happy. I've got to say, personally, I don't know. If he was to re-sign, just for instance, I wouldn't be upset by it. And if he was to go, I'd understand it. But my only concern is if he was to re-sign, he'd have to have some assurance, like we give him a £50 million budget every year. I don't know. But what you will do with Glasner is that he would start a dynasty at Palace if he stayed there for 4 or 5 years. And if he got backed by the board,
this is the thing, yeah.
And he got the players that he wanted, and you know that, and his system works. Or it must do, mustn't it? We've won 2 trophies. We're in Europe. We've had a terrible run, and we're still 3 points off 9th. You know, that sort of crap, isn't it? So, I'd love to hear other people's views in the chat, but you know, if he was to resign, I'd be happy with it.
I'm a Forest fan, and I put no Glasner out.
Yeah, only because you want him at Forest, don't it?
Colin says, I say yes, no brainer. To be honest, team is settled in the plan and tactical side, and everyone is behind it all, and all have improved as players under him. Everything would need to be clear in what we can and cannot do.
Do you know something, Rich? There's a great point from Colin there. Every player in the team has improved massively, haven't they?
Yeah.
Massively. That's a great point.
Big up Shaz, who says, if he stayed, we'll be waiting for the next crash out. That's true.
I think, to be fair, they'd have to put some like boundaries in, i.e., like something about bringing the club into disrepute or something like that if he did it again.
Yeah.
Then you could just lose him quietly without any payouts, without stopping doing it. But undoubtedly, you know, when he's happy and the team plays well, it's a great feel for it. No one's going to want to play us if we're in the mood we're in at the moment.
No, absolutely. Durf is saying, had he not said the irresponsible stuff he said about the fans, then I'd be happy. But he has announced his divorce. Hard to remarry someone who wanted to divorce you. And stuff.
I don't think he wanted to divorce us. He just wanted to divorce the board, didn't he? For not giving him the backing. And to be fair,
was we just collateral damage in that? And I think he said it now, like, but I think he that's probably the one thing he regrets the most.
Yeah. I think he knows.
Everything else, I don't think he cares about it. That comment, I think he's thinking, oh, crap.
But on the same token, Rich, we spent 85 million in January. If we'd have given that money last summer, we would be this problem now, and we'd be pushing top 10 and probably it's one of the seeded teams in the conference as well.
Absolutely. Miss Spence said here, Palace will probably win Conference League and buy Europa quality players. Glasner will probably U-turn. You should still get a more loyal manager. Are there any loyal managers anymore?
That's the problem, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's a problem.
I think Roy Hodgson's the only manager we've had for more than 3 years, right?
I think so, yeah, and on a couple of occasions, yeah. And unfortunately, most managers we have in the Premiership, they sort of get past their sell-by date, innit? And we have to sack them. But we've not had to do that with him yet. You can see why. I know Steve Parish was, you know, people knocked him for not sacking him in the first place, but you can understand why, because he could see that the club was on such a solid footing. They're the great coaching team. The players are happy to be there. And he's a great manager. He just got to be a bit careful what he says, isn't it?
No, 100%. 100%. Big up Red F in the chat. How bent is VAR? We don't want to. That's a whole new show. And stuff. We'll end with this one. If you looked at Glasner, the goals, you can see in his reaction, he's back on it again and ready to bring it rest of the season. He felt we've got our groove back. And this is what it is. Just his reactions, everything. He just, maybe because we're winning. Maybe it's that. I don't know. But I think he generally is happy for us. And I think he's even more happy, even if we haven't won, about our performances.
Actually, I'm very interested to see how this poll goes. I think it'll be quite tight. I think there'll be as many people. Go on.
Currently, 53% yes, 47% no.
There you go. So he's turning people's heads again, isn't he?
Yeah.
I understand why.
I might put this out on Twitter and see what people say.
I mean, if you look at, even in the crap times, I just look at our London derbies, which Palace generally do very, very poorly in. Drew at Chelsea, should have won.
Yeah.
Beat Fulham away, beat West Ham away, beat Tottenham away. Narrowly lost to Arsenal twice. The League Cup and the League 1-0 and on penalties. Yeah. And we never do. Generally, we never win a London derby, but people don't want to play us now.
No,
everybody wants to play Tottenham, of course, but nobody wants to play us. So
I remember Angry Man put earlier in the chat about like our away form's actually really good. Like it's 70% away wins. Imagine if we just sweat out our home form.
Just sort of, we've got to find a way to break the lone block, haven't we? If we can do that, then that would have sort of home.
Actually, and I will end on this later, Chairman, because JC did mention it in the vlog. The use of Canvo stepping into midfield meant Adam Wharton could push up further. And we were talking about it before. It's like we don't have that because Mark's gone. And I think slowly Canvo's learning that role. So that could be the key now, where Canvo can step up into midfield and then we get an extra body up going forward. And I think that's the key to breaking it.
Did you see that stat? That Canvo made more accurate passes in the final third than the rest of our team put together.
Yeah.
He made 16 and all the rest of the players didn't make 16 between them.
It's mental.
It's crazy,
He's a good technician, he is. Yeah. Once he gets the defensive side right, we're going to have one hell of a player.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, yeah.
Right, we'll leave it there. I'm getting Jim. Right, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. We have a weekend off. Enjoy it.
See, who thought losing to Macclesfield was a good idea, eh?
In saying that, I think coming out the cups has actually helped our form get better as well.
It is, isn't it? What was the final poll then, Rich?
Right, let me end it now. And then it all tells me. End poll. 56% yes, 44%.
Got up then. Wow. His opinions again, isn't he?
I believe so. Right, so yeah, we have got a weekend off. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. And then next week will be all prep regarding Larnaca. I'd have to go back to my Instagram. I'm sure we had a Larnaca fan, didn't we?
Yeah, sure. The guy. I see the away tickets came. A very interesting way Paddy's worded it, wasn't it? The away tickets came on sale, going on sale Monday to 13,000 points. Palace are not going to run a charter because they're not sure of the fluid situation, and they said that to any Palace fan that buys a ticket, you've got to have your passport on it, and you've got to. Apparently, the police in Cyprus check your passport against your ticket, and they're pretty good at doing that. And Palace said if you buy a ticket, make sure you've got a refund option on your hotel / airfare. So obviously, there's no guarantee it's going to go on there. But where would it go on? I don't know. So
I think UEFA got to be smart and just find a neutral venue.
Yeah, I mean, I would go to Italy or something like that, isn't it? I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean, it's obviously too late. But if they had moved quicker, they could have made it be maybe just even have it as a one-off game in a neutral venue instead of 2 late.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right, guys, enjoy your evening. I believe it's Wolves v Liverpool.
Yeah, it certainly is. FA Cup.
FA Cup. Currently, no. Like I said, I'm off to the gym. Up the Palace.
Eagles.